Continuing with high-speed connectors today, we still need to make the copper ingots for the copper sheets for the circuit boards. So we're going to go and do that. There's a bit of work to be done. We're going to be making another floor of copper ingots, maybe two, I'm not sure, we'll see. And then we're going to make the train stations below that are going to bring it in, and a few other things. So we're going to get working on that. You good, thanks. You just started working. Excellent. Alright. For some reason, my keybinds haven't loaded. Oh, there you go. Crisis over. And his back has touched one of these buttons that turns things on and off. And it's, yeah. Ah. Damn dogs. Oh, well, I'm glad it was something simple. Alright, so all of these are configured, so I need to build another floor. Some of the machines I need have been made, but there's a few that haven't. So we're just going to copy now. If this is 9, did I do a Foundry with splitters and mergers? That's what I want. It's all there. Perfect. Obviously I got sick of building all that each time. Alright, and that needs to be... Alright, so that one is there. And it's in the middle. Is it? No. Yeah, I think that's it. So that foot, that back foot's on the middle. That's it. It's 2. That's 3. And then we do it over here again. Did I do it the right one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I did. Good. Pretty sure that's it there. Right. My outputs might be different, but I can delete that unless all the inputs are done. Alright, so I've got vehicle deadlocks. We'll need to fix those. Normally they fix themselves, but where are my deadlocks? Yeah, I think they fix themselves. No. Oh, it's, yeah, they're happening, but then they're fine. Alright. Alright, just having a look. Yeah, we're just going to do, we'll configure them all up. What are we doing? I need so I need 4. So what are they going to be? Yeah, I'm going to update these signs because I'm going to be doing a few. Load architecture, logistics, Foundry. Right, and then this is going to be for supercomputer. And the next part is copper sheet. So copper ore is coming in. So, yeah, right. So this is 198 by 4 is 49.5 each. That's the copper. And that's the iron. And then it's outputting 396 by 4, which is 99 each. Perfect. I'm going to save that. So that was already okay. Now I know what was. Anyway, ignore what I'm going on about. They were already at copper. Alright. So these four are at 99%. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what's next? So I've got 1 at 112.5. Whoa. Right. This one is also for supercomputer and copper sheets. And then it is 56.25. And our output is 112.5. Right. We have another single machine. This is copper sheet and it's for supercomputers as well. This one will be 37.158. Oops. And the output is 74.316. Perfect. Right. Then we have another one. This next one is for assembly director system. Assembly. And it is going to be 35. Let's just do this. 35 point. And that's outputting 70.3. don't think I just did this one. No, this one was 74.316. Right. Okay. Next up is one for the AI limiters. This is also copper sheets, and it's for assembly director system. And that is 10, 10, and it'll make 20. Sweet. Next one is also, this one's for assembly director system. Copper sheets, and it is, I've got 6.6. Right, and that should output 13.2. Sweet. Now, looking at my spreadsheet here, that the next one here, this is uranium fuel rods. That's all the uranium stuff's going to be. I'll just put nuclear so I know that's nuclear. That's nuclear. That's nuclear. This is magnetic field generator. Okay, so the nuclear stuff is going to be done at a different site. Let me just check this is correct. Yeah, so one here. Magnetic field generator, and this is for wire. Alright. And this is 12. .24 is the output. Right. And then the next one. I'm just going to copy this. Right, so this one is 20. That's a 40 output. Right. That's that one. Nuke Nobelisks, that's nuclear. Alright, I've got one for 2 machines. This is for the cooling system for copper sheets. No, that's right, it does go here. So this one's for cooling system, and copper sheet is the next one. Yep, that's right. That was, and this is for 2, yep. This is 72. Right. And that's 144. $72 each. Right. The next one's 3 machines, which is going to be this one. This will be in front of this one. This is for turbo motor. That's 45. No. 135 by 3 is 45 each. And then that is 270 output, so that should be 90 each. That one, and that one. So we've 2 machines left. Crystal oscillator, copper sheet. This one's a copper sheet one. There's just a lot of stuff for copper sheets. This is for turbo motor. It is 28. 125 by 1. and that is 56.25. Right, and then the next one, there's one for 2, there's another one for 2, a 2, there's a 1, this one. This is for a wire, we'll do this one. The others will be for the next floor. We're not going to worry about those right now. This is for thermal propulsion rocket. Uh, 7.05. And 14.1. Right. Did I do this one? I did. Oh, sweet. That's not where I wanted to put it. Okay, let's get the power and everything set up. Hold on, that's not right. What? That's it there. No, fair enough. to here. Alright, so they should have power, and they should have power. Yep. Right. I really need to finish this back area off. I don't have any rear access. Now I'm not worrying about smart splitters, but this has everything set up for so it needs to be like that. Which one's a splitter and which one's a smart splitter? Well, actually, it would have to be this way. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not going to use these. I do want okay, so we've got 198 plus 56.25 plus 37.58 plus, I can see everything from here, 35.15 plus 10 plus 6.6, 343, so let's put 344. Right. And this side, right, perfect. Is that played up again? No, it's okay. I'm just checking my seems alright. Just checking my Twitch chat settings. Right, so we've got 12 plus 20 plus 72 plus 135 28.125 plus 7.05. So let's say 275. Right. That, so 275 and 344. That's 619. It's just short of a one pure node. So we might do, well, yeah, we'll do at 600 with the current miners that I've got. That's all right. I know what I'm going to do there. That's good. Let's properly belt these in the back. So I've got 4. So I think what I'll do here is do this. That one there. Is that going to be okay there? I think it will be. These are outputting 49 each. No, they're outputting 99 each, so mark 2 at the back. Right, so I need that there. Okay. That's a single one, that's a single, that's a single, that's a single, that's a single. So we get rid of all this now. That's the thing with using blueprints. You can overbuild them and then get rid of the crap you don't want afterwards. Or underbuild them and then have to make the crap. We've got a single. So I double here. So I have so I could have it like that, or I could have it oh, I know why it's like that. You might do that. So it's actually supposed to be like that. So if that was like that. Right, and they were 72 each. So they are Mark II, Mark II, Mark II. Right. So that means I get rid of that. Right. And these ones here. Oh, Randy, you're a pat, do you? Alright, I suppose we could do that. You can't for a pat, hey? No? What's going on, hey? What have you been up to? Hmm? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hmm? My green screen's off. That's why it's off on the screen there. The Randy Pat time, I've got to fix it. As soon as I move, he's going to move, so I'll fix it after he moves. Hey? Whoa. We done? Rightio, so back here. I've got by 3. So 1, 2, 3. So that's going to go there. I'm just going to get rid of this first. Right, so that's there. And I know I can blueprint connect them, but I still have to redo it for the first one. And it creates a small bit of belt that I don't like. So I'd rather just recreate the lifts. So that was 90 each. So that's a Mark II for each one. Right. And then you've got a single and a single. Right, they are ready to go. Oh, this one will... Right, so that's all done. Now, I've got to send back 4 lines of ingots that I reckon I'm just going to put there. Let me work out what each one's going to be and we'll bring them all back. Well, hold on. I can put the holes in place as we go. And I'll do the belts after. Yeah, that's all correct. All the way down to our copper sheet factory, which is I think just as tall as the wire factory. Right, so starting out, that's right, there was going to be some stuff I was going to redo. Starting off with, this one didn't matter. So this one is 19.96. I'm going to make some notes here. So top is number 1, bottom's number 4. Similar directory system 19.96. It's just probably the one that's 20. Alright, so that'll be a Mark 1 belt. And that one can be okay, so left, center is overflow, and none. Okay, so then I can do this, because I think it's going to be that one then. Perfect. Right, that's the first one. Then I think we've got to go up floors to the next ones. The output, I haven't hooked up. Why haven't I hooked up the outputs to that one yet? Hold on. That one's for... I'm bringing 6 back. 5, 6, 4. Oh, yeah, I am bringing 6 back. No, it was 6, I remember now. So that one's actually going to be number 6. So then that means Right, I need... We'll do the rest on the way back. But I just needed to get that in place. Right. Organized. Right, so that one was there. Yeah, that was... It's going to make it... Right, so on this floor, this will be our 18. A big boy. Thick boy. This is the 396, so this will be number 5. Will be... Well, actually, yeah, no, we will do that. This will be... Uh, 396. So this will be Mark 4. Alright, so Mark 4, and this is going to be number 5. I think we're going to go... This is the input over here, yep. So I'm going to go with a... can do that. Whoa, whoa. Trying to think if there would be, it'd be there, wouldn't it? No, it doesn't matter on this floor. Right, so this one will be there. Actually, let's do this. It's going to be there. I did it wrong. I was thinking about something else. Right, so if we do to about there's more here, and if they're gonna be, I'm gonna change these, then they would be there. So let's put one here. Well, then why am I doing this? Did I make a... I jumped up before... That 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no. I'm going to change this. Right. You idiot. I'm glad I worked that out. So I'm actually going to put... That one's going to be at number 2. Right, so the next one up. So this one I'm going to change. This is the 6 points. This is the 13.18. That's going to be that one there. What have I done wrong here? Oh, I built this the wrong way from the get-go. You idiot. Rex, hello, welcome. Good to see you there. Right, so that's the number 5 is ADS for circuit boards, and it's the 13.18. Sweet. And then the next one will be this one. Are you working on your factory today? This should be correct. Left copper, yep, perfect. That should be a Mark II, yep, right. So this one should be to here. Now, this here, I'm going to bring this along here first and then up and across because I want to avoid playing around with what can happen here. You got all the copper and iron automated, just looking at coal now over biofuel. Ooh, yes. Game's about to change for you. Let's make a note of this one here. Right, this one's supercomputer, circuit board, 74.316. And this one is ADS circuit boards. Right, there's that. Yeah, I reckon I'll go to here. And that can go to here. Right, so we've got first 4 sorted out. I'm going to give this one that's those 4, and we'll go the next 4 up. Right, so this one will be the Mark IV. And that one actually... That's the Mark IV. I'll get rid of that one, I think. That's going to go to there. And then the last one is on the next 4 up. Which will be what? This one over here. Yeah. So this will be a Mark II. Alright, and this one I will go... Honestly, where is the... It all comes in there. I might... do that. Right, well that'll finish that off beautifully. Right, now can I get this correct all the way back? So it's a 112242. That's wrong. Why is it pulling it that way? It's... No. That one's correct. Oh no. They are right. This one's wrong. What's wrong with this one? Something. That's correct. That's correct. Aha, that's what's wrong. You think you'll be on phase 2 for a long time? You'll be right. It's there's no rush, that's the main thing. We've all been there for a while. Enjoy your first playthrough. Alright, that's good. I'm glad I picked that up early on. So 1, 1, 2, 2, and a 4 and a 2. Rightio. When you do cold, should I keep my old gear that's producing even if it's not super efficient? Or build new on proper foundations? Leave what you've got alone because it's working. You can make a new one elsewhere later if you really want to. Because I'll tell you what happens. You decide to rip everything apart and start from scratch. You run out of resources automatically making things. And then you're not actually building the newer things that you just got, like steel and that. You're still stuck on making the old things because you want to do a redo. And then things start to get unnecessarily overwhelming. Whereas if you just leave it as it is and add new stuff, you can add to the... You can redo it later when you're a bit bored, or if you want to change things up. But what you've got right now is working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Those. let's do the next ones. Right, so we've got 1 and 1 and 2 and 2, then there's a 4 and a 2, so let's just do that. Yeah, I've got excess plates, cables, screws. Can send over new plates when I get cold in, you guess? Yeah. Yeah, you can. That's exactly what you can do. Right, it's going nicely. Right. Belts, 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 belts. It's a wall of belts. Excuse me. This is where we need to come. Excuse me. Rightio. Let's work out what's got to go where. We go down here. I've got 4 belts here that need a home. So we've got the bottom one is 19.96. So I'm pretty sure everything on this floor is taken. So it'll be the next floor up. So these might all come down here. We can go up here maybe and shoot around. I think that's probably the best bet. So starting off will be over here. So this is the 396. This will be this Mark IV here. So what I might do is so that's going to be that output there. I might actually put it there. Whoops, wrong button. That I'm going to do this. Yeah, this to here, and then so it would be underneath. It would flick back to be there, like so. So this one that's coming to the, oh yeah, it is too. So if I do this, to here, like that. Oh, it's part of that. That one there. So it's. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I know what I've done wrong here. So is the water for later on the coal? So if you, I'll show you quickly. When you build a coal generator, you can notice at the front there, it's got a round and a square. So square has always been for coal. Pipes is your new challenge. So you're going to need water coming in and coal to make coal power. Now, I can give you a video with a whole easy peasy coal power 101 tutorial if you want, or you can try and work it out yourself. Okay, yeah, I've done this right. That's that one. Right, so that's done. Right, so that one's done. I was in here to get the 19.96. It's probably this one, ADS. And that one. So I think, so that one's going to be, can I run these a lot? This has all been taken up, hasn't it? So I think what I'll do is, I'm going to run So for column belt, I have a normal and impure. Should I use merger and then Mark II belts to move the raw coal? Yeah, I mean, that'll certainly help. The more coal running in, you will just have to work out, if you look at the numbers in the machine, how much coal you're feeding in, how much coal each generator requires. And then, yeah, because if you're not supplying enough coal, your power is going to go down. So as long as you're delivering the right amount of coal, you'll be right. It's it's all a bit of a juggling act. A bit like my belts I'm trying to do right now. It's all a juggling act. Over always better than under. Over is always better than under because you'll just lose power and then you'll have to work out how to get your power working again. Absolutely. I think what I'm going to do is I've got room for 3. Let's do this. So I'm going to do the third one. I'm going to come across to there. I'm going to put that one there. So if I'm going to do this properly, it won't really matter the order I do this in, but I would start off here, I would think. Where you go with that one there? Right, and then So that to there. And then that is going to come to, now this, because of my positioning of these belts, it's going to need to be there, which isn't really it'll do. But I don't want to do it like that. Rightio, and then I'm just going to redo this. Right, that first one is done. Right, the next one is $13.18. Which one's that? This one here, 13.2. Alright, so this one so I'm just going to change something quickly, nothing drastic. And then that means this one I'll go to here. To there. Sweet, that gets that nicely. I kind of want it to be one more across. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Alright, and then this one. That'll do nicely there. Alright, so that was the last of the ones. Now we've got Mark IIs. Alright, so the next one's 74. 198, 56. This one here, supercomputer. It'll be this one here. Right, so this one. Take this one all the way to the roof. Oh well. No, I'm going to need that. Actually, if it's just one. Another one here. actually going to get rid of these. That's better. Right. Hook that up on the others underneath. Right, we've got one more to go. So that one's done. Two more to go, but one more on this floor. So 70.2. That'll be this one here. Yes. Rightio, so now this one, I think I might bring this one over and this way. Oh yeah, let's do that. So this one here, we'll just make use of all this up here. We'll go straight up. No, that's that one. And fix all that in a minute. No.
Megan thanks you very much for your resub.
Thank you Gazalanch77 for renewing your tier 1 sub of 61 months. Oof. That's the sound I made when the wind blew off a quarter of my roof yesterday.
Gaz, thanks very much for that tier 1 resub. 61 months is absolutely awesome. That's the sound I made when the wind blew off a quarter of my roof yesterday. Holy moly. Yeah, oof. That's the sound I'd make too. That does not sound like good times ahead. I hope it's a rental and you don't have to pay for it. Alright, I've got one left. 112.5. Love that moment of recognition on the track. Yep. Absolutely. Okay, this one here. Right, so this one is actually going to this spot here. So can I go, yeah, what I'll do is go here like this to there, I reckon. Wait for it. Is that's not going to be, this might work. There's something weird going on how I built this. Yeah, hold on, I'll fix this. Get there 90s, that's all the same, that's Mark 2 still. Alright, that's sort of that, which made that work. Clean that up. So now actually, it's alright. So that'll go to, well, I don't need that anymore. Kind of ruins it, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, wow, that works. Right, that there. Alright, that's all of those done. So now I just need to do the inputs. Which will be, alright. You think blueprints are vital? Should I go unlock them before I try to build coal maybe? Look, blueprints are great, but also you need to understand what you're doing. Yeah. So, and the thing with blueprints too is the first, I'll just show you now so it'll save you a bit of headache. So there's a couple of different blueprint designers. I've got the first two, but the first one you'll get, that's the size of the blueprint. So when you put a coal generator in it, you could get a couple of coal generators, but there's not much room at the front for the logistics part of it. It just depends how you're going to do it all. But the point I'm making here is there's not a lot of room to do blueprints for coal power. But that's not to say you can't build logistics, make two blueprints and put them together. Like put a blueprint for coal generators and you put them down, and then a blueprint for the logistics, the incoming, and you put them down, and that can save you a lot of building. But blueprints aren't a fast, quick thing. You have to think about it, build it. I'm not trying to make it sound too hard. I'm just trying to give you the realistic thoughts on it. Because with blueprints, it's not about, you can't make something and then go, oh, I'll copy that. I'll just copy that into a blueprint now. You have to build it into the blueprint designer. So you might build something and go, oh, that's how I want to build it, make a blueprint of it. Now you have to go and rebuild it inside the blueprinter. Right, then I've got, let's say, 50 for that one. And then, let's say 110. So another Mark III for that. And then this will be 35, 10. So that's a Mark I. So there are always a set size, or can huge ones be made? Your points make sense. So there's 3 different sizes of blueprint designers, and you unlock them as you go. I've got the Mark 1, which lets you make 32 by 32 by 32. The Mark 2 is 40 by 40 and 40, and I can't remember what the Mark 3 is. And you get the Mark 3 later. And obviously, you could download mods as well that give you bigger blueprinters, but this is all vanilla here. Right, so that's the inputs on that side. And then this side here. Mystic, Mark 3 is 56 by 56 by 56. Thank you. Or 50. I think it's 56, but yeah. Appreciate that. That's 32, 36. So it'll be a Mark 2. And then, so it's that 36. That's 9. So it'll be a Mark 2 there. The wiki says Mark 1 is 40 by 40 by 34, and Mark 2 is 48 by 48 by 42. Okay, there you go. So you could use other people's created blueprints. I won't need to learn on vanilla. You can use other blueprints. You can download them. And yeah, you got to copy them into a specific folder to be able to access them. Yeah. Which goes back to my original point. You've got to understand your blueprint you're making before you make one. And getting someone else's blueprint can be a quick way of do something, but you still have to learn how their blueprints work and why you would use their blueprints. What is it going to give you? It's kind of you're jumping a bit far ahead there. It's one of those things that I think it's better that you learn how to use it for your environment. But it's each to their own. Like, there's no right or wrong way of doing things. You agree with smirking, but you're just a noob? No, hey, we all started off somewhere. Even I started playing this once, and I am still learning things. I only have 2,075 hours in the game, so noob. Okay, well, definitely a noob there. Not enough hours. 10,000 hours minimum you need. Isn't that an expert is 10,000 hours? I'm new. I had no copper plates. My coal is not happening today. Aha. Yeah, well, that's true. You will have to do some copy now. Copper stuff. You have 50. Oh dear. Alright, this is all ready. I think the last thing I want to do is I'm going to go downstairs. So I can feed this in. It's got to be, it comes in on a train station, and I think it's going to be from here. Because I've got to do the train stations. And they're going to be under here. So realistically, if I did those two there, nope. If I can't do those two there, then I should probably do that, I reckon. If I did that. If you never start, you won't hit 2,075 hours. That's it. 50 hours. 50 hours. It's, oh, I remember 50 hours. It's just the beginning, isn't it? It's just the beginning of your journey. Yeah, we'll do that. So then you can do 3 and 4. How about I do that one there? So there'll be one there and one there, and I'm pretty sure I deleted the ones I had here already. Constant growth and mistakes I feel so far. That is basic Satisfactory. It's constantly just then deleting something, building and deleting, building and deleting. It's the non-stop Satisfactory way. Alright, so that is that one. I just made a noob mistake then. I think we'll just do this. Right, that'll deal with that. So that's ready on that side. And then that's our new. And then we've got, let's go to this side. Okay. Oh, this hits a room. Right, let's do this. I'm going to do one there and one there. I did plan to have trucks down here, but instead we are not. It didn't happen. Right. Oh, no. We're going too far. Okay, so now that's ready. We'll have a train station under here. But that is going to be for another day, I think. How far? I'd say the train station. I'm going to put it here. So it's not interfering with that. That's okay. Yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm just going to go and check the... Is it the silica? The quick wire. I just want to go and check the quick wire and see how that's operating. Now that it's been running for a while, I just want to make sure it's actually operating 100%. I feel like that's achieved enough today. The next episode will be we're going to train in the iron and the copper. The iron and the copper from over there. And I've got to work out how to do it. I've got a couple of ideas, but alright, so this here. That's 100. 58%. What's not right there? It's backed up. If it's backed up, then my output's not right. 84.51 a minute. That's Mark II. $255, that would be $270. There's going to be a backup here somewhere. I would say I've got a... I think what's happening is my overflow is overloaded. And that's because I'm not producing yet, but once it starts being produced, then it won't all be overflowing. At the moment I've got all the product overflowing. And that's doing what it's supposed to be doing, which means it's being sunk. But there's only so much I can max out with my belts. Yeah, it's this here. This is the... Let's make sure I've got the maximum speeds coming down. I do believe I do. Yeah, Mark 5, Mark 5, Mark 5. No, right, yeah. I can't improve that until I get past the belts or once the production line actually kicks up. So what's happening is none of these, I'm still waiting on the circuit boards. Once I get the circuit boards, then I'll be using that quick wire I'm making. The moment it's just overflowing, which is fine. Which is what I want it to do, but overflowing more than what a belt's capable of, which is, let me have a look here, 506 and 211. That's 717, and it's a 780 belt, and there's also some other things on that belt, so it's really being pushed. There's some other stuff from the other lines that are also, these ones aren't running yet either, so they're also waiting on the circuit board. So once it starts running, then this will be fine. So really, I'm happy for the time being. Nothing I need to do. What I do need to do is get that copper and iron in, so the ingots are being made, and that will then kick off that whole process. So training that in will be the next big task. We'll have to get on to that next episode. But we have made a bit of progress, and we've also pre-built some copper ingot machines for future production lines, so we're doing extra work now, but it will save us some time later. Let's check out how many coupons we've made today. 5, nice. We're well on our way to the we've got 461 plus the 5 to our golden nut. Right, let's go over here. Well, very productive day today, folks. We added another floor to the copper ingot factory, and then we pre-configured all those foundries for future production lines, as well as the ones we needed for the copper sheets. So now we have belted back 6 belts worth of 6 different production lines back to the copper sheets, so they're ready to go. We're ready to build a train station underneath to bring in the copper and the iron, so we can make those copper ingots, and then we will continue on from there. And so that'll be the next episode, is getting the train station built and figuring out where it's going to come from. We've got a few ideas, we've just got to make it all happen. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening and night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.